wisdom. You know, it's funny, as you do your daily Bible readings, the passages of scripture that'll stand out to you. As I mentioned, I use the 1-year Bible. Old Testament reading, New Testament reading, Psalm, and the Proverbs. And this morning, the passage that really stood out to me was in Proverbs. It says this: "Walk with the wise and become wise, for a companion of fools suffers harm." Out of all the verses I read today, it was weird to me that that's what stood out. And so I began in my journal to just sort of journal with God. And why is this tugging at my heart? Why has that captured my mind? And a couple of different things came to me as I journaled. The first is how tempting it is when we find areas of weakness in our lives, in my life, how tempting it is to find other people that struggle in the same area so that we can kind of commiserate together on how it's not our fault, it's the other guy's fault, it's the government's fault, it's our parents' fault, it's our kids' fault, whatever the case may be. And so to just sort of stay in that unwise position and continue the harm in our life. And then as I worked it through some more, I began thinking about how God has blessed me with people that are much wiser than I am in all these different areas of my life. And I just sort of listed some of them and given thanks to God for them. People, I mean, there's just a whole pile of people. People are wiser than me in family life. People that are wiser than me in finances. People that are wiser than me relationally. People that are wiser than me in biblical theology. And just the blessing that they've been as they've given me their wisdom to help my life come through. It's not always as easy. I remember one time I was having a conversation with my friend Henry, who's one of my wiser people when it comes to business and finances, and I had this idea, and I was sharing with Henry, and he'd be asking these questions along, and I just kept going, and sort of at the end of the conversation, Henry said to me, "You know, Alan, I just think at our age, it's just really important not to make a big mistake." So the thing with wisdom is it's not always what we want to hear, and yet it's that wisdom that moves us on and protects us from harm. So today I just encourage you, first of all, to just consider who the wise people are in your life, and if there's an area of life where you're just kind of struggling, who's somebody wise, somebody that's getting victory in that area that you can maybe get to come alongside of and share some of their wisdom. And then secondly, maybe take some time to thank the Lord for the wise people that you've been able to walk with through the days of your life. God bless you today, and may you be full of God's wisdom. Amen.